What's up, guys? Welcome to the third episode of this series. Now, today, yes, it is going to be another talking head episode, and it's not going to be very long, but this is part of the process that we have to cover if we're going to cover this from the very beginning to the very end. But before we go ahead and jump on into me telling you what user research has turned up, I just want to thank everyone who has subscribed already, and I want to encourage anyone who's watching this right now that is not subscribed to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then go ahead and hit that bell so you get notifications whenever I release new posts. So that's going to be great, especially when we're doing series like this. You'll get notified, you get to watch it, and you'll know what's going on. But anyways, right now we are going to jump on into just me talking a little bit about what some of my user research has turned up for you guys, what I've found out with my user research, and that's pretty much it. So let me just start by saying this is going to be a fairly simple one. It's not going into too in depth with anything. I went and spoke with a few of my target groups of audiences. I spoke with a couple designers. I spoke with a couple people from the generation just beneath me. So I have some friends in that generation, and I like to see what they have in mind, what would intrigue them. And then I've also spoken to one of my YouTube subscribers about this a little bit, just to see what their input was on what I was talking about last week in the last episode. So I really wanted to find out what kind of content I should be bringing to the website. Now, I was kind of thinking that, it would be this very, very large website where I would go into a lot of detail into each category of each industry. Because, I mean, I do things from photography to cinematography, post production editing, live production, audio engineering, mixing, mastering, all of that stuff, as well as a ton of UI, UX design, development, especially front end development. And I'm trying to work into getting into more application development, specifically with iOS. And I don't really know if I'm going to learn Android right now, but I'm more interested in learning iOS and Ionic than I am iOS and Android. I'm just not a big Android fan, but I'm not completely opposed to learning it. It's just not in the game plan right now. So, anyways, what some of my thoughts were, let me talk about each one of these industries and appear like this really large, really big company, and things like that. But upon thinking about it, first of all, I'm not a large, big company right now at all. And in fact, I don't have anyone working for me yet. Now, yeah, I do have plans to hire some people in the future to get them to work for me and get them to do certain tasks that I'm doing right now. And hopefully, we can bring in some more projects. Along with that, if I do have people working for me, I definitely want to bring in some clients. But at the same time, I'm probably going to be hiring those people to help me out with this YouTube channel, because I think this YouTube channel is going to be pretty much our source of income. For the most part. I mean, I do plan on having some income from other clients, like I said, but I think this is going to be the main area of income. So, with all that being said about YouTube being my primary focus right there, just from the revenue, uh, it would make sense to put more focus into the YouTube channel and just into focusing more on YouTube and not focusing so much on a ton of other features and a ton of other information on the website. And so one of the things that I really wanted to do with this website was, one, to keep it super simple and super minimal, because I really want to start moving everything towards a much more minimal design style than I have been. I mean, I feel pretty minimal, and in my life I'm trying to make things a bit more minimal. It's just very difficult, because at the same time I'm trying to get rid of stuff, I'm also trying to collect gear and collect hardware and collect value in that sense as well. But in my designs, I really do try and keep things as minimal as possible all the time. And I'm lucky enough to work with another designer that thinks the same way, that likes to keep things minimal like that. But upon talking to some designers, on top of just keeping things very minimal, I think what we had all discovered and what we all thought was a very good idea was to just keep it simple, not talk about the company so much, not talk about other things, but to feature what I have on my YouTube on there, in the same sense that you would feature your work in like a case study or something like that, or just feature your past work in general on a website, on your personal website, or if you're a company, you would feature that company's work on your website. So in the same sense of doing that, we're going to take what I have on YouTube and display that on the website as that is my work. Again, I'm not a large company right now, so that does make a lot of sense to me, honestly. So I think that's the direction I'm going to go in. I'm going to display YouTube as I would display my work on my website. If I hope that makes sense. If not, leave me a comment and I will explain a little bit more in detail about what I mean with that. Anyways, other than that, there's not many other things that we want on there, or any of the other designers I know of would really want, which is nice. So I think what that's going to mean is this website, in the beginning at least, we did speak about some future plans, but that's kind of out of scope right now. So I'd just rather not bring it up. I'd rather talk about the right now for the moment. So basically, it's not going to be a very large website. In fact, it's going to be a small website, which with probably like one, two, maybe three pages. I don't think it's going to be any more than that right now. I think when we start working on this, we should have like a landing page of some sort. So it's just going to be, our home page is going to have, yeah, I picture it being scrollable, but I picture us being able to display some content from this YouTube channel on that page. Things like previous series, and other episodes, and just other like standalone videos that I've created. So that's pretty much what I'm thinking that will go on the home page. And then we definitely need to have some sort of call to action. Right now, I'm still trying to build the community on YouTube. So I do want to have a newsletter, but I don't want to have that newsletter distract from me and creating videos. So I'm thinking maybe instead of having a newsletter for now until I hire someone, I should just be pushing everyone to YouTube, and that should be my call to action. I'm not really interested in them emailing me directly. I'm not looking for client work. I'm not really interested in working on email campaigns right now. I've done that a little bit in the past, but it's just not what I think I should be spending time on doing. It doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't make sense for the company. It doesn't make sense for the website or the YouTube channel, honestly. I want to be able to dedicate that time and a good amount of time to creating videos like this and much better videos like this. I really do want to expand here and grow this channel as much as possible, as rapidly as possible. So I think that pretty much covers everything from my design group of audience members. Now, other than that, we had two more, which was the younger generation and the YouTube people like you watching this video or any of my videos, really. So to start off with the YouTube people I spoke to, like I said, I spoke to one of them, and we pretty much agreed on the same thing that me and some of the other designers I know have talked about here. And it's really just pushing the content from YouTube to the website. And but the thing here is we don't want to just display the same exact information from YouTube on the website, because honestly that wouldn't make much sense. I mean, YouTube spends millions and millions, probably billions of dollars. I don't know how much money, but they spend a ton of money every year and all the time to make the platform as good as it is. So I'm not going to compete directly with that platform. That would not make sense. But what I do want to do is take what I have on YouTube, repackage it in my own way, in a way that I can't do on YouTube, and then share that and display that on my website. And I think that's going to be a very good asset to have on the website, because I'll be able to put my own personality on it a little bit more, wrap it up, package it up, do other things. I've been wanting to work on some motion graphics, so I think that's a really cool idea and a really cool place to use those motion graphics. Now, coming from YouTubers, that seems to be about the most extent of what they really want to see on there. They just want to see, the content packaged up a little nicer, just a cool directory for what is on YouTube. Because, I mean, sometimes you come to YouTube and, I mean, yes, I can set it up and display certain things in a certain order, but that I don't want to change that too much. So I think having the website as a place to feature certain work over others would be a cool idea. With that though, I do want to talk about not necessarily myself, but the company a little bit. So I think on top of the homepage, we need to have a about page because, yeah, I can write an about section on the YouTube channel, but it's not that tasteful. It's not that creative, and I don't really enjoy that. And it's hard for me to write something on there, honestly, just because I find it boring to read it from there. So I think creating a about us page or just an about page for the company is definitely a necessity. So that is another thing that we are going to do. Uh, I don't want to have a contact page. I kind of hinted on this when I was talking about I had a newsletter on my, well, right now it's my current company website, but by the time the series is over, it'll be the old company website. Anyways, I don't want to contact form or page on there right now at all, really. Um, I do want to push people towards the YouTube channel. So if you do want to be in contact with me or keep up with, not necessarily me, I keep saying me. If you want to keep up with the company and what's going on, go to the YouTube channel, go to the Instagram page, go to whatever other social media accounts that I have being run by this company. So that covers the designers and the YouTubers. Now we come to the younger generation. Now this one is it's interesting, I guess. The things that I find that interest them the most, aside from the same thing that we just talked about with YouTube being on there, is just having some cool animations. Honestly, like there isn't much else that I find them to be interested in right now. And I'm not targeting all younger people. I'm targeting the younger generation that wants to learn design and wants to learn development. So I do think after the conversations I've had with them that having some neat animations on the page and some cool design elements, but then also pushing me teaching you how I did what I did essentially to create that animation, to create that design, to develop that page. I think that is a key thing, just specifically for them. And so it's not really like content that's going to be different or anything like that. It's really just how I'm going to be speaking on the website. So I think on the website, I'm going to be speaking like I or the company is talking to that younger generation. Meanwhile, keeping in all of those elements that I just spoke about with having YouTube being put on there and everything that we just discussed. So I think the dialogue, the way I'm going to be speaking is going to be geared more towards the younger generation in that sense. So I'm just going to be like, talking about what they're seeing on the page and trying to keep it interesting. Very brief, very short. I don't want to use a lot of text, a lot of words. And with that being said, I know I just talked about having an about section, but I don't think having an about page where it's just a bunch of words on there makes a lot of sense. I think I should create a video like this. It might not be, the most amazing video, might not be the most interesting video, but I think a talking head piece like this, maybe get some B-roll. I don't know. I might have somebody that I can help me get some B-roll. That would be pretty fun to do and throw into this video and maybe get some motion graphics going, make the video a bit more interesting than it is. So I think that's a good idea. Based off of those three different target audiences, that seems to be the key things on this website that the website needs, honestly, to keep the website interesting and to keep them engaged and hopefully want to learn more. And I'm hoping that with doing all of that, I can push enough people towards this YouTube channel and, get the channel growing more and more. Because this is really what I want to spend a lot of my time doing in the future. And, I really want to give to the community and teach people as much as I can. I think it's something I'm very passionate about. It helps me learn, it helps me grow too. And I like seeing other people learn and grow. And I love seeing what you guys do and what you guys create. So I think that is a very brief idea of what we're going to be doing on the website. So I can't remember right this moment what the next video is going to be about, but make sure you check back in next week so we can go over this and work on it together. I think we might be starting some low fidelity wireframes, so that's going to be fun, hopefully. I'm going to have to change this camera setup a little bit. Not 100% sure how I'm going to do that yet. we'll see how that goes, but it should be fun. So anyways, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If it helped you, subscribe. If you like the content that I'm creating on this channel, head on over to my Patreon account at patreon.com/Zachary R. Newton. Now, I know I don't have Patreon set up completely just yet, so if you're watching this in the future, go now because it should be set up. But if you're watching this right now, when I release this on whatever day, it's going to be the 18th or the 7th. No, I don't know, the 17th of February, I think. If you're watching it right then, it's not up yet, so just don't go over there, but it will be up soon. I'm working on some tiers. I figured out one tier, and I've got a lot of the other ones lined up, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So until then, I will see you guys in the next one.